Hello there, Space Cadets. I am Dustin Triplet, and welcome to It's Alive, GeekensteinLive's video series where we poke corpses with a stick to see if they are worthy of being reanimated directly into your video game library. In this episode, we are touching Kerbal Space Program in all the right and naughty places. Just what exactly is Kerbal Space Program, you ask? Well, it's essentially all of your hopes and dreams spiraling downward with the sudden realization that you forgot your parachute. Kerbal Space Program can also be summed up by the following words. Fuck! Shit! No! There is no God in heaven. KSP, as the cool kids call it, is a space program simulator with an emphasis on rocket ships and depression. The goal of the game is to put something into space that won't fall back down to Earth and wipe out a herd of grandmothers on the prow. It's easier said than done, believe me. Between the original alpha release and Steam greenlit version of the alpha, I've clocked over 70 hours into the game and I have yet to land on the moon, or even have a spacecraft succeed in making it into orbit. However, I have succeeded in plotting to take my own life after a ship I spent countless hours constructing wouldn't even make it off of the goddamn launch pad. Despite the trials and tribulations, this is what makes KSP so much fun. The trial and error approach to engineering really makes the little victories feel so much more sweet. The first time I built a rocket with a parachute that didn't snap during descent almost had me in tears. 3 Kerbals survived that day, but unfortunately they did die in a fire explosion the next, but that was unavoidable. They may or may not have opted into testing a giant cock-shaped rocket for science. I wouldn't know anything about that though. If you haven't noticed by now, Kerbal Space Program is a game that's fun to dig around in. At the moment, KSP is in a fully working sandbox mode where you can build any spaceship out of any imaginable combination and shoot them into the stars. Or the ground. That fucking ground. KSP is mod enabled and there are hundreds of community mods to choose from. There are even some mods that add features that are planned to be added to the game at a later date by the development team themselves. The Kerbal Space Program will only grow with funding, so be sure to buy early to help support little green men in space. KSP adopts the Minecraft formula and allows you to buy cheap early on and gain access to every future build, including the final retail build as they become available. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go clock another 70 hours into building the SS Abortion V2, a spaceship that may or may not resemble a rocket-propelled coat hanger.